Hey, what's up everyone? It's Mr. Ramo coming at you today with more science. Today we will be continuing your zoo exhibit project, specifically continuing by revising the CER drafts you worked on yesterday. If we might make our way to the Google Classroom page, we can see that our goal today is to revise the CER on the zoo exhibition of our chosen organism. In short, what that means is we are answering the prompt, how is your organism an adequate or good choice for a zoo exhibit? And in yesterday's video, in more detail then, I explained that you can answer either, yes, my organism is a great choice for a zoo exhibit, or no, my organism is not a good choice for a zoo exhibit. And to recap, we have two ways of showing our CER. The first is through a traditional persuasive essay. And the second is a more creative persuasive advertisement. The links to what those look like are in the details of this video below. They are also in yesterday's announcements if you need to look for them. But for today, we are revising, so adding on top of your draft that you created yesterday. And if you're curious, the way I'm looking at this to make sure that you're on pace is through your exit tickets. Yesterday, you provided me a piece of evidence and reasoning that relates to your claim, and that lets me know that you've done a good draft on it. Today, for your revision, you'll find out that I asked you in more detail what exactly your claim is so that I know that you're revising the work that you've done. So let's take a quick look at how revision should look like for both the traditional essay and also the persuasive advertisement, two separate options. For a revision of the essay, we should not only have the sections filled out, but the meat and bulk of the work, which is the evidence and reasoning that support your claim that's in the first part of your essay. Again, I went through how this should look like in the traditional essay video, but just to give us a recap, I have a model in the Model Zoo Exhibit project that I attached as a document in yesterday's announcements. Here is that model paragraph section, body paragraph, and you should have multiple of these alongside your claim and conclusion. For revision, all of those pieces, one, need to be there and exist for the organization grade, but they must also be filled out for both the reasoning and the evidence, as I'm showing you right now on my screen. For your persuasive advertisement, if you did choose this option, this will look a little bit different than your persuasive essay. Like the traditional persuasive essay, you should already have all parts of your advertisement already determined. What this means is you know that this one section fits over here. This is where your title goes. This is where your claim goes. And this is where all your bodies of evidence and reasoning go as well. This should have been in your draft. A draft is a skeleton, a roadmap of what will actually be there. A revision, on the other hand, is actually filling the skeleton out. Put in some skin and bones to that skeleton so it looks like a more fuller and almost final persuasive advertisement. And like in the video of the persuasive advertisement, I showed us a resource called Lucid Press that I definitely recommend you to use to make your advertisement. Here, for example, I already have everything filled out. Again, this is just an example, not exactly what your advertisement should look like. For revision, I should already have my title. I should have, as you're looking at my screen, I should already have my claim filled out, and with my revision, all the bodies of evidence and reasoning filled out. And again, what should actually be in those bodies of evidence and reasoning is explained in my other video of the persuasive advertisement. Go ahead and check that out if you have not already. But once you're done revising, make sure that you have everything as best as you can do, because the next step is actually revising for your final product, for the final part of the CER. But if you feel like you adequately completed everything, which is not only your claim, but all of your evidence and reasoning fully fleshed out, putting that meat and bone on that skeleton, go ahead and access your exit ticket. Your exit ticket is also attached to the announcements 4/07/2020, that's today. Go ahead and make sure to fill all this out. And if you have any additional comments and questions, I am hearing a lot from you. Make sure you reach out to me. And also, a lot of you don't know that this is an option. If you prefer meeting over video call on Google Hangout, that is totally an option within my office hours. And once you're done, go ahead and submit, and you are clear to go with this CER. In summary, today we finished a revision. We revised the drafts of our CER. And we have been working on a project that puts us in a scenario where we're making a zoo exhibit for the organism that we chose in our organism project. Last week, we determined the ethics of having that animal in a zoo exhibit by, one, determining the engineering criteria and constraints of the project, so putting our organism in a zoo exhibit, and two, actually determining the engineering challenges that are posed because of those constraints and criteria that we have. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that this video has offered you clarity and a sense of peace for your mind. Again, if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. I am a resource for this assignment because it is in part my assignment. But I left the best news for last, because if you've been watching these videos to the end, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. But because I'm starting to realize that this project can be a lot, I am extending the deadline of this. So it won't be due by the end of Thursday anymore. This project will be tentatively due on Sunday by midnight of that Sunday. And if we look on the calendar, Sunday is April the 12th. So instead of it being done or due by April 9th, you have it due by April the 12th. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, reach out. I really appreciate you. You have done a lot of amazing, hard-thinking work. And this class is difficult not having the actual experiments on hand, but I greatly appreciate you all working with me, working with all of us, making sure that this happens. I love you all and appreciate you, and I will see you all later. Ciao.